Hello girls and guys, welcome back to the channel. So on this Volvo, which has got a Peugeot Citroën engine, a French engine, so it's going to be terrible as we know. This is the D4162T, and we have to replace the EGR valve cooler, which is down there. It's had an EGR valve replacement. It was seized in and the housing was cracked in the removal process. So I've been given the lovely job of replacing it. We've got a second unit, so that's good. We can refer to where all the bolts and everything come off. So now we don't have to get stuck in. Doesn't look like a great job, but you know, it's a Friday, we're gonna roll. So first thing we've done, removed sensor cover, sensor 1, sensor 2. Looks like we're gonna have to take this black pipe off, disconnect some coolant pipes, some EGR pipes, and just kind of have a little bit of fun. So let's go on an adventure together, people. This is going to be good. So I've kind of stopped in my tracks because I was going to take all this off, and then I realized I might not actually need to, even though I've undone the bolts. Doesn't really matter at this point. But I've undone these, and I looked at the other one, and it looks like there's two 8mm bolts that go down one side, a couple of vac pipes, a couple of water pipes, and I think I can get it out. So it might not be as big of a job as I thought. I've already disconnected water pipe 1, which goes to heater matrix. I've got to get this second one off down there. And then it's two 8mm, one there, one there. And then a couple that might have to be accessible from underneath. But obviously get a container to catch the coolant because she is going to go leaky. Yep. So overall, not going to say it. Oh, before I forget, there was one plug there that you need to take off as well, which I'd forgotten about. But no, referring to the second part we've got, obviously it's going to be on the engine like that. So 8mm bracket bolt from underneath, no doubt. And yeah, I'm suddenly a little bit more positive than I was when I first started this job. Obviously there was a new one fitted to the new unit, so this one's going to come off and be done with. And then that's going to be fun to get out. Take that off there. Yeah, that's going to be fun to remove. But feeling more confident than before I started. So let's just continue. Right, so the 10mm, so you saw with the two 8mm, just where you're going to see my little orange finger appear in a second. He says, but you can't actually find it there. So that's where the 10mm goes. Now, as you can see, the unit, you can actually move it around. There is a bracket underneath, which you could probably get it from here, but I can't see it. So if I can't see it, we're gonna have to take it up in the air. Once that bracket's off, I'm gonna disconnect the last water pipe and the vacuum pipe going to the plunger. And maybe it's gonna come out, but who knows? Yeah, it might come out. So hopefully, let's get it up, get the under tray off. I haven't taken that other coolant pipe off yet because I thought about this logically and I don't want a coolant shower today. So I'll do that with the under tray off when last thing to come off will be that pipe, he says. But so far, yeah, it's not as difficult, I think. What I've just spotted is there is two vacuum pipes that run down the back here. They're clipped in. Need to pop them off, make sure we get them out. I need a trim tool for that. So we'll do that. All little things, just getting carried away with myself because I'm actually quite happy about it. So shit shield is off, which is there. These are all 10mm. So the bolt we are looking for is that one there behind the starter motor, but I might take off them two Torx bolts there. Might be an easier option than trying to fight that bracket out, which is quite a big bracket. So I might go with the Torx, but as I might have just seen there, that bracket holds on the water pipe to the back of it. Oh, so it does. Okay, I need to work out a solution there. But yeah, they're the bolts we're looking for. Good news. So I managed to get the bottom water pipe off, which you can potentially hear draining into the coolant bucket. Now, she she is free, single and ready to mingle. Just got the one pipe left there, which I'm gonna wait for some coolant to drain out a little bit more. While I'm here, let's just quickly disconnect the vacuum pipe, which I can't do. But yeah, we've got to disconnect the wiring, well, sorry, the vac pipes here, disconnect them, disconnect the vacuum of the plunger thing and the last clip, and then it's ready to come out. Escalations. So the unit is out. In the end, I had to take out the black pipe here just to give myself some more space. I mean, I was halfway there anyway, so I thought, when in Rome, let's just do it. So that is all out now. I'm just gonna compare everything over to the replacement unit. It was still, even with the black pipe removed to give me the extra few inches, which every man wouldn't mind, it was still a fight. It was still a struggle. But, I mean, it is what it is now. It's out, it's done. Let's just prep the new one, clean some stuff up, and get ready to slide it in. One other top tip, because this is right on top of the starter motor, and even though there are covers on the back of the wires and stuff, just disconnect the battery, give yourself that little bit of security to not have a shocking experience. Yes, I'm sad enough to laugh at my own jokes, people. So yeah, disconnect the battery, just so you don't touch the starter motor and get a little ping. Well, replacement unit is in. You do have to shoehorn these in, and don't forget, new Jubilee at the bottom, new Jubilee at the side. I took the EGR valve off this one because, well, that was the whole reason the unit broke in the first place, was replacing that. So I'm gonna put the black pipe in. Once that's in, then I'm gonna, well, start the reassembly and then bleed the coolant system, so on and so forth. Stage 1 partial rebuild complete. So the 4 8mm here, 1 10mm, 1 8mm, they're in. And then you've got 3 10mm, and there's 1 10mm that's got thread on the end, which the EGR valve cooler sits onto and has a 10mm to go over the top of it. But before we hook the, well, I'm gonna hook it onto that and then go underneath, attach the brackets, and just, I don't really know, it's kind of player's choice. I need to get this pipe in with the O-ring. Don't forget the O-ring does go onto that. I might hook that up first. I don't know what's gonna be more awkward to do. I'll work it out as we go and update you with what I think would be the best way to proceed. There's also a load of wiring that we've got out of the way. These are fairly self-explanatory. One goes to that plug, one goes to this plug, one goes to the EGR valve itself. But yeah, now let's mount the EGR cooler. Okay, so the bolt there is done up, and a new jubilee on the lower rear water pipe. So now everything should be in place and it should be ready just to bolt into the engine. So that's the bottom done. Obviously under tray staying off until we have checked, tested and are happy. And surprisingly, not as many tools as per normal job. Well, now we are near completion. Plug 1 there, plug 2 there, plug 3 for the EGR. Vacuum pipe is connected. Jubilee is connected. I nearly forgot that heater matrix pipe to connect right there. But once I've got all the coolant system in, I will fill it up with the blue antifreeze and check for any leaks before I actually fit the EGR itself. Overall, not too bad of a job. Not too bad, but we're not finished yet, so let's not count our chickens. All right, we're all filled up. So from what I can see, no leaks. Bled it from the valve down there. Nothing looks like it's leaking, which is always a good sign. So I'm gonna start it up, get it to run up to temperature, get it up in the air, check for leaks from underneath, put the under tray on, lower it back down, ring the customer, tell them to come and pick it up once I've tested it. We are indeed going up in the world. Time to check for leaks. Nothing dripping, which is always a good sign. Under tray now on, still no leaks, still very good. Now, let's come back down to earth a little bit. So, we've taken it on road test, we've done diagnostics, there are no faults in the system for this at all. It's driving nice, it's back to full power, you can actually accelerate up a hill. Before it had a huge lag like you had a split turbo pipe, and obviously diagnostics was many EGR valve faults. So this one, this Ovlov, as he calls it, is done.